And welcome everybody to Wrestling Review. We out here. I think this is episode 6 or 7. I don't know.
I think it's 7.
Yeah, somewhere around there. We just enjoy doing this so much we don't even keep track anymore.
Right.
But this was not really a customer or a viewer request, but one of my friends, Lydia, she put up an old shirt that she had of this match. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Shawn Michaels for the WWE title for Wrestlemania 14. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh, hey, if you want, we can review this match. And she said, well, you can review it as long as you change the ending. Because obviously she's a fan of a certain person of this match. So, because I don't like to do spoilers. So, because some people may have seen this match. But before we get into that, as always, join the circus, guys.
Absolutely.
What do I mean by join the circus? Means subscribe and follow us on all our platforms. That's YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and you also follow us on Instagram under Headcanon Circus. What is joining the circus actually? How does that benefit you? Because that's what everybody's like, well, what am I going to do that for? What is it going to benefit me? Well, starting in January, we're going to give some behind-the-scenes exclusive content that only our followers or our circus folk will be able to enjoy. So, as I've been saying all week, in the last 2 weeks, this is the only situation where it'd be cool to be a clown.
Yes.
So join the circus and join us and have some more fun with us, and we're going to do a great job with that. So now that I got all that BS out of the way.
Real quick, if you don't want to be a clown, you can be a juggler. You can be the guy that walks the tightrope.
Yes, yeah.
You could be the bearded lady for all we
care.
Yes. Just join the circus.
A ringleader. There you go. Or, as my wife says, like the lion tamer. So,
yeah, be
whatever.
something.
Shout out to Chris Jericho. Which not really, because I saw that last match with Chris Jericho.
Oh, it's brutal.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
I watched Cornette on it, and then I had to see how bad this is.
I was going to say, I don't know if you listened to Cornette.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it was bad. Oh, it was bad.
Also, if you're not listening to Jim Cornette,
my favorite.
Official
Absolute favorite.
Official Jim Cornette. You can find it on YouTube. I think it's on all DSPs and all that.
Yes.
But enjoy that, too. Great wrestling stuff.
It's the best wrestling podcast video, whatever you want to call it, that I've found. I love it. I listen to him every day. So
or
we love
Peter Rosenberg, Cheap Heat's another good one. And a couple of guys I listen to which are more fringe is the Black Announce Table. Really, really,
okay.
If you want some real black commentary on wrestling, that's the spot right there. I love them a lot. But anyway, okay, we're going to go into it. Let's go into the match. So we are watching WrestleMania 14, HBK versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Is it considered, I guess the special guest referee is Mike Tyson, but...
No, he's a special enforcer.
Okay, special guest enforcer.
He was supposed to be the special guest referee.
Oh, right.
And then they made him... They actually got announced on an episode of Raw that he was going to be the referee, and then, later that Raw or the next Raw, they're like, actually, we're just going to make him the enforcer.
Okay, well then, let's jump right into it then, I guess. Let's go into what happened leading up to this match.
So,
Travis has notes today, guys, so he's really prepared. He's really prepared.
I semi have notes. Yes.
Okay.
So, Shawn Michaels is the WWF champion at the time.
Yep.
He had just come off a feud with The Undertaker.
Right.
His last main blow-off with The Undertaker was at this past Royal Rumble at 1998. Mm-hmm. He beat Undertaker in a casket match, and to set up that he is the champion. Stone Cold Steve Austin won the Royal Rumble that year, 1998. So,
remember what number he came in as?
Austin, to be honest with you, I couldn't.
I don't know. I'm just wondering. Because I know it's certain numbers that win a lot.
If I had to guess,
yeah,
it would be 26 or 27.
Yeah. There's a couple of numbers in the Royal Rumble that win a lot, guys.
Yes.
So, and I know you wrestling fans probably already know that. But go ahead.
Anyway, so Stone Cold wins that Royal Rumble. Ipso facto gets the title shot for WrestleMania. So we have Stone Cold versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. Stone Cold is the hottest wrestler in not only WWF, but you could make the argument in all of wrestling at this time.
Absolutely. Probably between him and Goldberg.
Yes,
there, yeah.
I was going to say, it's either between him and Goldberg.
NWO. White guys, bald head.
Yeah.
Black tights. Okay.
NWO has died off a little bit in WCW, so it's now between Goldberg and Stone Cold. I would say it's probably Stone Cold.
Right.
The hottest, marketing machine wrestler going right now.
Absolutely. Just so many quotables with Stone Cold, so that's why.
Exactly.
Goldberg, you don't really... you have motions, but don't have quotables.
Right.
Yeah.
And you'll see it in the crowd the amount of posters and all the T-shirts of Austin 316 and this, that, and the other.
Right.
So WWF brings in Mike Tyson to what is first announced as the special referee, but then is quickly changed to the special enforcer, guest enforcer, whatever that really means. He kind of, whatever they want him to do, basically.
You seen Mike? He can enforce a lot.
He can enforce, and this is when Mike was still, a badass and in great shape.
Don't say still. Hey, look here, Mike. I didn't say that. Travis DeBeard said that. I didn't say that, Mike.
Was in his ultimate badass form. Okay.
I'm gonna let you just go with what you want to say, bro. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna say, Mike, you still a badass. I saw what you did to Roy Jones. It wasn't a draw in my eyes, brother. It wasn't a draw in my eyes.
It wasn't?
Go ahead.
Okay. So they bring in Mike Tyson. Well, Mike Tyson aligns himself with D-Generation X, with, of course, Triple H, Chyna, and Shawn Michaels. So he's now rocking the D-Generation X. So it's kind of put the thought of Stone Cold's going to get screwed out of the title because Mike Tyson is pro DX.
And this is Gold Tooth Tyson too, but we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously Stone Cold is the face. Michaels technically is the heel, even though he gets cheered as the face just because of its D-Generation X, and everyone likes him anyway. But in this match, he is the heel. So that's kind of how we get here. And we'll kind of go ahead and get started. One interesting fact real quick, while we're setting this up. This match happens on March 29th.
Okay.
Fun fact about that, it was one day after my birthday.
Nobody cares about that, Travis.
I just thought it was funny, because I do remember...
That's not considered a fun fact. That's just like, hey, this happened on March 29th. Anyway, yes.
It's a fun fact for me, okay? Because when I was a kid, I asked my parents as a birthday present to get me this pay-per-view. And they couldn't because of pay-per-view restrictions or problems. But anyway, I was really pissed about that.
All right, let's make sure we don't have the sound on it. And let's see here. We are going to start this at... So go to the network, as we've been calling it every week. WWE Network. Go to WrestleMania 14. Go to the... So it's going to be many of the Tyson and Shawn Michaels thing, but go straight to the HBK. I think I'm going to give you the exact title. Travis is pulling up for me right now. Go straight to the Stone Cold versus Shawn Michaels WWE title. Because it's going to have a Mike Tyson and Rise on. We're skipping past that. We're going straight to the Stone Cold versus Shawn Michaels title. Go right there. Click it. And we're going to begin this in, the countdown. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. Remember, as everybody, it's becoming my new trademark thing to say. Remember, guys, there's going to be no sound on this because of copyright and trademark issues. We do not own and all that property, blah, blah. We're just enjoying this for fun. We're not even monetizing this. All right, we're jumping to Stone Cold, making this interest. Let's talk about, while he's going in.
Bruce Pritchard is sitting there, too. Just a fun fact right there.
Sitting in Gorilla right now. Top 3, soon as the song hits, you know who it is. Is Austin in your top 3?
Yes.
Okay, easy.
Yes.
Where in your top 3? So for me,
he's probably 1.
Okay.
If he may be 2, it's either between him and Rock.
Okay, I'm gonna say my number 1 is The Rock.
Him and Rock are so close. But they're so close.
Yeah. I would say that, and then honestly, Austin's 3 for me. My number 2 is Flair.
Okay.
When you hear the dun, I feel like everybody kind of know, and then the glass shattering is 3 for me.
So, in terms of wrestling, as a South Carolina fan, when I hear that, I do think of the entrance for South Carolina football. But that's another thing, another time.
Starts making it even harder in your list.
Well, you said immediately, what do I think of?
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
So actually, on my list, the only other 2 that I thought of, Stone Cold and The Rock are higher, but fighting it out for 3 for me would be Real American with Hogan, or the Undertaker Gong.
Ooh, I didn't think about the Undertaker Gong. Wow. Or even 2, one going on that list too. I think we have to expand this to 5 or 6.
I was gonna say,
even that NWO,
yes,
it's some things that are just so epic. That's what I always said when Seth Rollins had his, burn it down. I feel like it should. I always say every time I heard it, I was like, it should start with that, then the music play. Not play the music and he says it. I think if he started with that, That theme would have been so much more epic.
Absolutely.
Now we go to DX, which DX do you prefer more, heel DX or face DX? Because I feel like this is the era where the anti-heroes was really popping, so that's why Austin and HBK, I know we talked about HBK is the heel here,
right,
and Austin's the face, but you can make an argument both of them are heels.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they both have heel mode, and HBK is definitely in complete heel mode, but what's your favorite DX? Heel DX or face DX?
So, growing up as a kid, I did not like heel DX.
I was a Heart Foundation guy too, so I didn't either.
I was too. I liked Heart Foundation. I did not like Triple H. I despised Triple H when I was a kid.
That was the main goal.
I hated him.
Hold on, real quick. Fun fact: this gentleman here, this is the DX band.
Chris Warren.
Yes, passed away 2016.
Yes,
so R.I.P.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's the only research I did for this match, guys.
I actually have that right. I actually wrote that down because I was like, okay, who is this? I'm glad you brought that up because I was just about to. Chris Warren, yes.
But go ahead, yeah.
And the DX band is what it's called.
Yeah.
So at the time of everything that was going on while it was live, I liked face DX more than heel DX.
Yeah, right.
Because I hated heel DX when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Now, looking back on it, heel DX was better than face DX. But at the time, I couldn't stand heel DX.
Well, Shawn was always a better heel than the face.
Yes.
He was a great face for the ladies, but the ladies followed him whether he was face or heel.
Yes.
But for the men, he was always a way better heel.
Absolutely.
He was such a great heel. I mean, as much as I've learned to respect and love Shawn Michaels over the years, because, again, I'm a Bret Hart guy. So the real animosity and heat between them was kind of like Tupac and Biggie for me. Yes. It was like I couldn't rock with Shawn no matter what.
Yeah.
But after I got older and got over myself, Shawn Michaels is just great, man. It's a reason why when you talk about greatest wrestlers, his name is poured into the picture.
Absolutely. And actually WWE did a list and came out with a DVD a few years ago with greatest superstar of all time.
And
he was
disrespect
number
the Bret Hart disrespect. There it is.
And he was number one.
Okay.
And it was voted on supposedly by superstars and former and current wrestlers. So he was number one. I don't know if I agreed with that, but
who would you put at number one?
You know how much I love The Undertaker.
I don't know. I was going to figure you were going to say that.
You know how much I love The Undertaker.
First match we ever reviewed on the show.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. I think I would probably put The Undertaker, even though Michaels is probably a better performer,
right?
Like in ring, but just as a whole package, Undertaker would take my cake. I know you're gonna go with Bret Hart.
No, I'm going Shawn.
Really?
I mean, I can't deny the. I mean, this is going to be the second Shawn Michaels match review.
Yes. And
I'm going to say right now, I'm going to mark out heavily through this match, especially with Shawn Michaels. It's just so many little things that he does that is just, oh my, I can't explain. When we go through it, I guess I'll explain it, but it's just so many just little stuff that he does that just makes a match a match. Mm-hmm. And it's the reason why he's a showstopper. And I think it's not only just because how well he wrestles and puts on a match, it's just those little things that are just attention to detail. That, look at Mike.
Look at Mike.
You're going to snipe at Austin foot. Austin like, all right, me and you next.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to kind of point out right early on in the beginning of this is look at all the photographers, right? This is the first match that we've done that there's been all this many photographers who are just sitting there taking pictures, right? Like
seeing it flashing now, yeah.
All the flashing, and some of it is from fans too, but just you knew it was a big match, big event with all the photographers, on the...
Austin gives him the patent and flick off after Shawn tries to taunt him. Goes back to the corner. Let's get it. Ref's like, come on, guys. Let's get it on now. Let's go here.
Absolutely.
Oh, fake the tie. Oh, very heelish.
Look at heel Shawn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got that one move in. What are you going to do about it?
Fake the lockup for the punch. Yeah.
Are you kidding me with that?
Yeah. Oh, we get another one. Oh, stupid Austin. You stupid Austin.
Showing Shawn's maybe a little bit faster.
Absolutely. And that's some part of the psychology of the match that I did not like. But we'll get into that as the match goes on. Austin comes out. Now, a patented Austin just
good heel, but
bull in the China shop moment here.
Shawn's just a little bit faster.
Yep.
Speed up the pace a little bit.
Here we go. Ooh! What a great sell on that, too.
Absolutely.
Into the turnbuckle. Okay.
So now Austin's kind of got the early advantage, right?
And I love to grab him by the ponytail, too. Oh, and then we get our patented Shawn Michaels moment.
We got to get the butt for Shawn Michaels. All the big matches.
Yep. Heartbreak Kid at his finest.
Absolutely. And his pants are still falling down.
Yep. And up and over. And let's take out DX. Well, at least Hunter.
I will say credit to Sean for doing that because at this time, he had just done the back body drop or a Rumble and landed on the casket, and that's where he does have a back injury at this point, and that's the move that he gets the back injury at. So.
Right. And they talk about it in the announcers.
Absolutely.
Jim Ross talks about it a lot.
Yep, they do. I do think it's a little weird that this early on in the match, right? What 2 or 3 minutes in, and now all of a sudden they're gonna throw out, Triple H. I thought they should have kind of let him. Oh, I love that spot right there.
Yeah.
I love that spot. They're like, oh, maybe something's gonna happen. Oh, never mind. No, we're good. Mike Chioda goes, you're out of here.
So was this a no DQ match? Because we literally just saw Triple slam Austin into the gate.
As far as I know,
is that called a DQ?
It wasn't, but it was because it was a title match. The referee shows some leniency.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
And wants the match to continue, right?
Sean off the ropes with the double axe handle.
Right.
No, you're right. That is something that is to the art of, hey, wrestling's supposed to feel like a real fight.
Yes.
And a real title, because in that case, all the heels would always just have interference and keep their titles for forever. Because you'll never be able to give it. Now, also, that's the exact same of his revenge, Oh, but Sean bodies him with that one. Sean, check on Hunter, make sure Hunter's all right,
Go check on Hunter. Go check on the band equipment. Get that.
This has to be a no DQ match that we just didn't know about.
The ref didn't see it. He was talking to Triple H.
Oh, that's what it was.
Come
okay.
On. He's talking to Triple H.
Get back in there.
Oh. Wham. Boom.
Oh, and it backfired on Austin.
Gotta hit the dumpster.
Yep.
You know why there's a
dumpster? Look at Sean, get the F back. Like,
for those of you that don't know, that dumpster was there because earlier in this match there was a dumpster match for the tag team titles.
Who was involved in this?
New Age Outlaws versus Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie.
Okay.
So, new champions, by the way.
I will admit, just because
Cactus and Chainsaw win this one.
I'll admit, just because I'm a horn dog, I did, before I watched this match at home, I did go ahead and watch the entrance of the LOD with Sunny. Oh,
yeah.
She's hit hard times now, but back then, oh my Jesus.
Yeah.
Love Sean's jump to the top rope, man. Just a classic staple of Sean. And the double axe handle gets reversed here. Now Austin's going to pick up a little bit more momentum here.
Yeah. Austin kind of takes a little bit of favoritism in this part right here.
Oh, there we go.
That's a classic bump right there from Sean. We've all seen that one.
Yep, and then now they're definitely selling the back injury and how, he's not at 100% with the back and kind of sloppy there, but we'll let it slide.
You can see him talking right there, but we'll
but that's more camera. Them doing the thing is that whole sloppy and that's what I think some of the things we're going to talk about after the match too when it comes to Sean, and I know we have some real great behind the scenes stuff that led up that we're going to talk about after the match about this, including your favorite wrestler, one of your favorite wrestlers, The Undertaker, and the mood and attitude of Sean at this moment of his career, and you can see the camera people around there too. And we were pointing this out too, because if you go back and watch our Macho Man and Ric Flair, which I believe was a WrestleMania 2 that we watched, right? Well, not WrestleMania 2, but was on WrestleMania, wasn't it?
Yes, that was. Yes,
you can tell the difference in how vast WrestleMania blew up.
Yes,
kick out there by Sean. We get Austin, and so as we watch this match, I mean, one of the things you're going to realize is going to become more and more glaring. And almost a stunner.
And you can see some of the cameras pop. The real wrestling fans knew that wasn't going to be the end, but you still had to try it.
Sean takes a nice little nasty bump there.
Definitely. I do think it's interesting that maybe it's just me, but the announce table looks a lot closer in this than like any other match we've ever watched.
Oh,
right?
it is really close.
Right next to the ring.
It's extremely close. It's really, really close. He takes him to the steps. But I was going to say, in watching this match, you do realize how limited Austin's moveset is.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's in comparison to Sean, and I think once we watch some other Austin matches down the line, maybe we'll revisit that kind of thought process. But Austin really only has like 4 moves.
A few.
Yeah, I mean, he has some staples like how he does his like elbow drop. Like I'm gonna say like the FU elbow drop, but I mean, outside of the jump on him and punch him, the stump a mud hole in him, you get the stunner. Yep, pretty much almost out after that for all like for a moveset where you were like, well, what is Austin known for? Staples. He has some things that he does normal that are just signature of his personality. But like out of just real, just you expect the move. Like Austin's pretty.
His mystique, I think, is a lot more of like his attitude of how he went about, the beer drinking, kick your butt, no matter what. I'm not gonna take it SOB, wrestling.
And also, I think it also plays to the validity of how this is supposed to be a real fight. Austin doesn't have nice record there, but Austin doesn't have like his movesets are like in a fight.
Yes,
like he doesn't have many move sets that are like. I don't need to have a jumping off the top rope move. I don't need
I do want to point out. Look at Shawn Michaels' face right here. Like whether he's selling this back injury that he's got, or he's really feeling it right now, like already in the match. Like you can just tell on the expression of his face, and it gets better as the match goes on. Oof. If you watch some of, while the match goes on, watch his face, and you can tell like he's hurting.
I feel like in real life he is or was in some pain. I do think it is exaggerated too, because I mean, just some of the bumps he takes for a guy, and we watched a lot of matches
they messed that up.
Yeah, they did. But we watch a lot of matches, and we know when guys are really, really in pain, they don't take certain bumps.
Right.
And we laugh and joke about it, too. Like, oh, nice over-under onto the concrete by Michaels. But Michaels takes some bumps in here. Like, if he really did if he really, really was in pain of his back, I think he takes those out of the match.
Yeah.
Now, I do, and then we'll talk about the end. I know Michaels, doesn't he take a little time off after this match? So I think, too, he could be saying, well, F it, I'm going to leave it all out there then if I'm a... Look at that, yeah. Oh, trust me, I know that walk. I've had back issues before, and you get that hand on the hip walk.
Yep, absolutely.
You can't fake that. That's somebody you actually have to have real back issues to know how to do that walk.
Yeah. I think he's definitely feeling it in this match. I think it gets more obvious while the match goes on. Mm-hmm. But I think he is exaggerating it, too, to really play it up, but... Still, he's definitely feeling it.
Yeah, I wonder too. Is that why the match feels slower for a Shawn Michaels match?
I think so.
And Shawn going to work on Austin, giving him a good old knuckles. That's the thing about wrestling. If you're going to do the whole knuckle thing, you got to get an angle where we actually believe it.
Yeah.
You can't show us the fist hitting the head because we know it's not really hitting the head. So you got to give us an angle that makes us feel it. Right. Which I would say they do a great job with Austin. When Austin does his jump on them, like they do a great job of filming it from an angle where you really think Austin's just...
That's a good shot of him either selling or definitely, okay, I don't want to say selling because we know he's got a back injury.
Yeah.
So we know he's hurting. Just how bad it is, we just don't know, right? So he's definitely in pain and is definitely gutting through this match with a moderately to severe back injury.
And right now there's some stiff wrestling here, right? And I love it. Hand on the back as you're giving it to him. So... Again, I'm with you. I think it's a combination of both. I want to say I lean more to him that he's really in pain, but he's just toughing it out.
Agreed.
Look at it. God damn it. And I think some of this that we're seeing right now, this is all just recovery time.
I think so too. He's trying to get his, not be in so much pain.
Yeah.
Like
loosen up a little bit.
Loosen up.
Oh yeah, that squat.
When I watched this, that was one I was like, I've never seen Shawn Michaels like squat like that.
As a guy who's had back issues because I'm over my weight.
He did that on purpose.
Yeah, like the F you to the crowd. But a guy who's had back issues because of my weight, I have done that squat, like the top. I call it the toddler squat. Oh, good tackle. And there you go. Look at the angle. You can't really see if he's punching him or not. You just assume that he's giving Shawn the business right now. How dare you flick off my fans? This is what Austin's saying.
Exactly.
Look at him. There you go.
And Shawn with a nice bump, and they're kind of, again, if he really is in pain, giving him a few minutes to, catch his breath, seconds, not minutes.
There we go. Now we get to the pace. And so that's what I was wondering with the fact that we know that it's a sale, at least a sale to a degree of Shawn's back. I felt like Austin didn't do enough of trying to work the back in this match.
I agree.
Or trying to work the leg or the knee because he does sweet chin music. Like some kind of psychology, which is odd for an Austin match.
Yes, I agree.
Austin's really known for like his being, because like you talk about, his moveset is limited, so he's always been really known for the psychology of his matches and how he plants himself, how he makes his moves, and etc. And and this is before we get into the whole the rattlesnake thing. This is right at the cusp of like that being his thing where it would be like the match can end at any moment, you know.
Yes.
But this is definitely back when I feel like he was more of a psychological wrestler. So I was a little bit upset that I didn't see the psychology from Austin in this match when it came to working over body parts and slowing Sean down.
I agree.
Well, look at him trying to get into the ring, lift his leg up over the rope. Yeah, like that. I'm also to the point that I don't know which is which. I
don't
mean,
either. Like,
that's the beauty of this match and the beauty of Shawn Michaels is I don't know.
I really think actually he's in like some serious pain and that he's just basically toughing it out and going, I know I got to do what I got to do because I'm in the main event and I'm a wrestler and I'm just going to kind of do the best that I possibly can type thing. I think that's what this is.
Look at him giving the fans some business here.
No, he's yelling at Jim Ross and the King right there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You never recall what he was trying to tell him or any kind of heat that he was still getting from there?
I think it was something like, don't call Stone Cold the champion. He's not the greatest. I am. I'm going to, like, I am the champion.
Regular heel stuff.
Watch me, beat him or something.
Look at Tyson's like, I ain't doing nothing, man. I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah.
This is ludicrous.
I do feel, with the whole Tyson thing, he hasn't really been involved yet, which is good. You don't want him to be involved until the end, right? But the whole enforcer thing, I don't know what you think about that. Like, that just was kind of a weird...
Oh, and so hit the roll up. Nice little roll up there, combo there. Sean does one later on in the match, but I think it's packed. I'll call it when it comes. But anyway, I think this is called Vince McMahon in this WrestleMania. I need a star.
Yes.
And like you said, at the time, Tyson was the
biggest star.
Probably in sports at his moment. I think this is, and I don't recall my dates properly, but I don't know if this is before or after the whole jail thing or whatever. I think this might have been a little bit after.
I think so too.
So it was even more like he was just a straight, unadulterated, badass. We're working over Austin's knee, which again, Sean, the greatness of Sean, getting to the psychology. Austin wears that brace for a reason.
Yep. And everyone knows it too.
Yep.
It's not like, he's worn that basically since he was in WWE. So
Oof.
Ooh, nice bump.
Yes, absolutely.
Nice bump. Didn't make that spill that coffee cup there.
Look at Tyson. Like DX baby,
he's
suck
just
it.
like, I'm just here,
DX,
like
baby,
whatever.
Suck it. Get him back in the ring, Tyson.
Get him.
Yeah.
Still trying to be a little pro heel to get him. I'm just helping out though, I'm the enforcer. That's what I'm here for.
I love this. Oh, the top block. Oh, that just feels bad. I feel the pain in Austin's knee from that.
That was a good one right there.
I love the announcers at this point. They're like, "Oh, we're down to one monitor."
Yeah,
goes, but we have the best seat in the house.
We got the best seat in the house.
Hey, rub it in for us more, Jim Ross.
Yeah, thanks. You're 3 feet away.
Yeah, we go to this. I do love this exchange here. Oh, and we go to the figure 4 leg lock. All right. Austin's in pain. He's not. Austin's like, I'm not going to give up. No. Hell, I bled to death before I gave up in a match. So you think I'm going to give up from this crap? But I love this.
Oh, yeah. Great heel. Great heel.
Rip it on the ropes here by Sean. It's just beautiful. Rip it on
Austin selling like this is the worst move in the world.
Get your shoulders up. But I love it too because look at Austin. He goes, he's grabbing the ropes.
I don't got anything.
Yeah, he goes,
Go check on him.
Right.
Let me scoot a little bit closer.
Get the ropes in there.
Get a little bit higher so there's more pressure on the knee and the ankle.
Yeah. Oh, no. Austin's like, no.
Even better. One, two. And Sean drops.
Here's the ref. I see those ropes wiggling.
I see those ropes. What happened? I don't know what happened. And Stone Cold's trying to get him away from the rope so he can't cheat anymore. So good move by Austin.
Absolutely.
Trying to turn him right here.
Yep.
Trying to get the crowd into this. The crowd is completely dead. They're just sitting on their hands.
Actually, and when we go to the end, I'm going to read a customer exchange, one of our fan exchanges about one of the previous matches. But it's going to go towards that. But, all right, they break the figure 4. Sean gets which is the worst thing for Sean. You get to get turned over onto your back, onto your stomach like that. And Austin's selling his ass off here. Look at him. He's just...
Oh, got to change that knee pad there. Off of the knees.
He's getting all right. Take that, Sean. Take that, Sean.
And now Stone Cold gets a little bit of a comeback.
Here we go.
And again, the fans should be doing something.
Oof.
And they finally are.
Right here. Legs perfect for the roll-up. That is just... Sean, just magnificent, man. That was just... I mean, but it's little things like that. Like, that is just perfect. And, like, yo, I mean, look, no high flying, no nothing. Sean just hooks him into the sleeper. Let's bring him back down. Austin here is fighting his way, you know. And Austin used to use the sleeper for a minute. Like, I feel like further on in his career, he stopped using it as much. But I remember Austin used to rock the sleeper.
Well, he $1 Million Dream, because when he first came, he was, you know, apprentice.
Oh,
nice
the ref gets knocked out.
Come on, Mike.
The ref gets another one.
And one more, and it looks like he's kissing his butt.
Yep. Sad thing is, the ref was helping Austin out by not DQing his match. This is how Austin pays him back.
Exactly.
With some good old turnbuckle action.
Don't hurt Mike Chioda.
Well, let's let Michaels walk that off. Yep.
Oh. Ooh. Another nice punch. Another one.
Now we're going to throw him out. It's the turnbuckle. I love the way Sean just ate the turnbuckle. Here we go to another one, too.
Ooh, that was a better one.
Now we want to get the patent. Stump a mud hole in him.
Walk it dry. Flick you off. One more. Get on up. All classic Stone Cold moves at this point.
Up and over.
Nice back body drop.
Yeah, you can tell Sean's like, because Sean got no air on that one.
Yeah.
Usually he pushes off guys tremendously to get air on that one. That definitely was, I'm just trying to take this bump.
That was a nice camera shot right there, right in front of the cameras.
Yep. Patented HBK move with no air on it, though.
No air on it.
Because he just has no lift.
You're right.
And again, like I said, I don't know how much is real and how much is kayfabe, but I mean, he has me sold that his back is just done.
Yeah, toast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've seen that patented, spring off the rope. But see, that's what the camera angle misses.
I was just about to say, I wish the camera angle would have got that nip up. Because we've all seen it. We know he gets some height on it, but we miss it.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, camera man.
I know, right? Every time we review these matches, it's always like one moment during the camera, they just miss some great moments.
Absolutely.
Here we go, Sean. Another patented Sean HBK move.
Yep.
Coming off the top with the elbow drop.
He's waiting. Oh, here we go.
Oh, got it.
But the ref is still down.
So. Oh, the crowd goes insane. They know what time it is.
It's over.
Yeah.
Here
we go.
Over.
What they say, tune up the band. Now, Lydia, if you're watching this, we're just going to imagine here for a moment the next scheduled events take place differently in your mind. But he's tuning up the band here. Let's go.
Everyone's getting ready.
Mike Tyson's excited too.
We've seen this hundreds of times.
Yep, it's over.
Here comes
especially in Wrestlemania. Music. We've seen it on this scene, so we know. It's so. Oh, he misses the sweet chin music. Gives him a kick. Is it stunner? Nope. Austin up. Another chance. No.
He doesn't.
Stunner. Oh. That was it over though. Where's the ref?
1, 2, 3.
Hey man, Tyson cheated. That was a quick count.
In a very fast count. Absolutely a very fast count.
No, that's crazy.
That was totally a fast count. That was just like, wait a second. He cheated.
Or the fact that he's the enforcer. When did he become the referee? Did that ever change? Did he just switch roles? And
you're the ref now. The ref took a bump and now he's good to go.
So we're gonna let it play because it's the classic scene at the end where you get Tyson and the Michaels exchange and all that good stuff. But the thing I want to go to is like, it's funny how over Austin was that this illegitimate win we did not care about. And so I rewatched this. I forgot he won illegitimately. Technically, Tyson isn't a referee. He was an enforcer. But we never cared.
And how many DQs should have there been? Like 3 or 4, right? Like,
never cared.
This match gets forgotten just because it's the start of the Austin era, right? And even Jim Ross, I think, says something like the Austin era has begun, right? Like, because this, and you can see Shawn Michaels stretching out his back right there. This match has been forgotten just due to the fact that it's Austin's coming out, right?
Yeah.
Official.
Austin 316. That means
what am I gonna do? Am I gonna put the shirt on here? Everyone
Austin had great merch too.
Yes, he did. I always wanted an Austin 316 shirt.
I did too.
I did have one, and I think I saw one guy in the crowd have it. It was the the head on the front, that half his head was like his regular head, and the other half was the skull.
So I had like, that. Mike, you were with me.
What are you doing? You were part of DX. I gave you that T-shirt.
Yeah, you were giving us the X sign. Let's give us this crap. What are you doing?
No, you can't do that.
You with me.
What are you doing? Don't touch Mike Tyson. Don't you do it. Don't touch Mike Tyson. Don't touch Mike Tyson.
He's like, yo,
don't do it. Don't put your finger in my face.
Like he just throws the shirt away now. Like that crap.
Oh, boom!
Ooh. I mean, taking a punch from Iron Mike back in that era was pretty much, you were
toast.
Yeah. And if it was Mick Foley, teeth would have fell out.
Well, I do love the camera angle right there. You see him like checking his teeth and making sure that he's okay. Like, I almost wish they didn't show that camera because it kind of shows that Shawn isn't out, right? Like, you could tell like he's like still functioning.
Hey, well, some people get knocked out. You can still, some people snore when look at Austin giving the middle finger. But some people snore when they get knocked out too. So, but some now again, we're gonna go to the part of this that we enjoy the most. Some fun facts or tidbits surrounding after this match and etc. So I know you have a list. I know what I want to start off with. The first one is that I'm gonna let you talk about is where is the Undertaker right now as this match is going on?
So the Undertaker is standing in gorilla position.
For people that don't know what gorilla position is, that's usually just right behind the curtain.
We saw it on the at the beginning when where Austin was standing, and you did kind of see Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah.
So the gorilla position is just right behind the entranceway.
Mm-hmm.
So the Undertaker was standing there, fully taped up, in complete gear, even though he just had his match with Kane.
Right.
Because he had a feeling, and there was a rumor going around that Shawn wasn't going to do the right thing.
Or do business.
Do business. Yes, do business.
Which means in the wrestling world, it means that Shawn wasn't going to lose the match like he was supposed to.
Yes. And Undertaker, because he's the leader in the locker room, another reason why I think he's the best wrestler, he basically told everyone and said, if Michaels doesn't do business, I'm gonna beat his ass,
right?
And we're gonna like have a major problem because that's what you do. Because Taker's all about business,
right?
He is Mr. Wrestling, right?
Yeah.
So he is in gear, and now that Michaels has done the deed of putting the title back on, putting the title on Austin and transitioning it and making Austin a star, he's probably now happy. But he was prepared to fight Michaels, because Michaels did not want to drop the title.
No, not at all.
He went to Vince and said, I don't want to drop the title. I don't even care if it is Shawn Mike or if it is Stone Cold. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the right guy. I don't think it's the right time. Even though Shawn was injured and was leaving wrestling, he didn't want to drop the title. He just wanted to basically do the Bret Hart thing.
Let's just be completely honest. I mean, Shawn knew Austin was the guy.
Yes.
And as a wrestler, you want to protect your top spot in the brand in the office.
Yes.
So he go on to Vince and say, hey, I didn't want to do the drop. I don't think Austin's the right guy, because he knows Austin's the right guy.
Yes, he did.
He does not want to lose his brand as have the number one spot. And so, like you said, similar to Bret and Shawn, where I think Bret was more of a Vince guy in the sense he would do anything for Vince.
Yep.
It was just that Bret felt like Shawn disrespected him in the business. But even Bret knows that Shawn was about to be the number one guy. So if he can find a way to weasel out of losing without losing, it's the best game to do. We just watched it. Shawn figured out a way to lose without technically losing.
Yes.
To put over the next new guy. But
it doesn't matter, because everyone just remembers Austin wins.
Yeah, absolutely. Which I think it aged better than what it was in the reality, because in reality, I didn't even realize that. It never really dawned on me that Mike Tyson wasn't a referee. Yeah. He counted the win. Exactly. But now that I look at it, I'm like, actually, Michael should still be holding the belt right now.
Yeah,
But
exactly. Yes. So, Michaels had a lot of heat going into this WrestleMania, both with Stone Cold, too. Because Stone Cold didn't know, not to the extent of the Montreal Screwjob, but he didn't really know that, like, Michaels was going to play ball and do business the right way, too. Like, Michaels could have just, done some Shawn Michaels BS and been like, screw you guys. And
one day we're going to review that Hogan and Michaels match one day.
Yes, we will.
Which wasn't really Sean's fault on that one.
No.
But it's going to be an example of how you can really muck up a match if you really want to.
Yes.
But
Undertaker was in the back waiting for Michaels if he didn't do business. There was going to be hell to pay.
All right, let's go down to your fun facts. Your other fun facts you got here.
So another one is neither Sean nor Austin really actually liked this match. Both of them thought that the match wasn't very good.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them thought that the match really doesn't make sense, but it just wasn't as good as what they had thought and wanted at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon loved it, so they both came back, and Vince told him it was a great match, and he was happy and pleased. So, but both Sean and Austin both basically said we didn't actually like this match.
Okay.
Actually, I read a quote that said Austin, winning the title, he walked out of walked out of the arena back into the curtains, and he felt like he wasn't the champion because it wasn't that good of a match.
Okay, what else you got for us?
I think that's about all I got, unless you got something.
I do have some small tidbits on it. Like I said, this is the beginning of the Austin era, but in this Austin era, this is right around the time where you start seeing the Triple H stuff start picking up. Now, not to the dominance that later on comes from Triple H, but you start seeing him step into that main event, main guy role. Also, you start seeing the rise of another most electrifying athlete in sports entertainment. Starts to head up to the top very quick. It's funny how this WrestleMania, I feel like, is the crux as to like what wrestling as we know it is today starts to really become from this moment.
This WrestleMania kind of starts what everyone considers the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Because the next night on Raw is where Triple H forms the new DX and officially, because we saw DX at this point was only China,
members,
Triple H, and Shawn.
Yep.
Well, Shawn was gone on the next night of Raw. X-Pac comes back officially, and the New Age Outlaws officially join DX.
Yep.
And so now, instead of 2, there's now 5 of them. And that's kind of the DX that everyone remembers, right?
Absolutely.
So the next night, actually, is when Triple H and he even has a promo and kind of goes, Shawn is gone. I'm the new leader of DX, and the ball is in my court. And what do you do when you need help? You call your friends, and your blood is any good. Your blood, and that's when he brings out X-Pac, Sean Waltman at the time, and then later that night is when they bring in the New Age Outlaws when they
just were in the dumpster match.
Who were just in the dumpster match and lost to extremely old Cactus Jack and Terry Funk, but then they won the next night in a steel cage match. So,
okay.
Yeah. So.
So I definitely like this match. Well, I'm gonna say I like this match, but I do understand the magnitude of this match.
Absolutely.
So let's go to the rating system. Scale to 1 to 5. 5 being classic, 1 being trash. Where are you rating this one?
So I am not that high. Watching this, when I just recently watched it, I actually couldn't believe how not bad it was, but not as good as what I thought it was. How I remember it, right? Like, this is one that I don't think the match is very good, actually. I think it's extremely slow. I think it plods along. I don't really think there's a lot accomplished in this match, other than the fact that just Stone Cold wins. So I'm not actually that big of a fan of this match. I think it's about average. So I'm going to give you a basic 3. Like, okay. I am not that, especially after rewatching it, like, I just think this is an average match that gets hyped up because it's the start of the Attitude Era, the Austin Era. Like, it's iconic in the outcome, but the match itself isn't. I
also,
think
you get the whole shot of Tyson hitting Shawn, which is in wrestling history.
Is replayed. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm lower than you. You gave it a 3. I give it a 2. I was about to give it a 1.5, but I think that'd be disrespectful for the 2 guys that were in the ring because I know that they are greats. They're all-time greats.
Yeah.
I think it's a 2, and everything you kind of summed it up perfectly with the just. But it was no more moment through that match where I was just like, wow.
Yeah, exactly. Same here.
It was no wow moment at all.
That's why I just want to put it as straight average. Like, there was no wow moment. The other thing that's crazy is, like, this is the main event at WrestleMania. Like, there's not too many main event WrestleManias that I would put under this one. Like,
Right.
if you think about it.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
the main event of WrestleMania is supposed to be, like, a really good match
yeah.
and the match. This wasn't it. Like, there's a few I would put underneath it, but not, like, again, for how big and how great everyone kind of talks this match up because of the significance of it. The match itself, to me, is just, it is what it is. It's very average.
Yeah, I'm with you. I know, and I'm going below average. I think this is a 2 because I've seen better work from both of these people,
Absolutely.
and I think this is nowhere close. I'm not expecting to have them have the best match together, but this is nowhere even close to just them. This wasn't even close to a good Raw match.
Right.
If I'd have watched this on Raw, I'd be like, okay, that was pretty cool. I'd have gave it a 3 if it was on Raw.
That's true.
So for it being WrestleMania main event, I'm gonna give it a 2. So I was saying one of the comments we got from one of our fans, he was actually in the crowd for the Bob Backlund and Bret Hart submission match or I Quit match. I can't remember.
The towel match.
Yeah.
Survivor Series 94.
I know we made a comment about like the crowd, and so he was like, "Oh, I remember being there." But I said, "Hey, question," because when we recorded, we talked about the crowd and how it really just wasn't seem like it was going on. Excuse me. So I asked him, I said, "What was the crowd like? You know, please, you know, because we blah blah." He goes, "Actually, funny enough, he was like." The crowd was into the match. He's like, 1, it's very, very hard to entertain Texans because it was in San Antonio. He goes, 2, for us, because we're from the old, territory days of wrestling.
Right.
So seeing this huge technical match brought us back to the territory days. He's like, so the crowd didn't seem like we were just hooting and hollering. He goes, but we were intensely watching this because we got to watch this technical show.
Right.
And how the ending was playing out. He goes, actually, so I stand corrected on that one. We had somebody that was there, and I actually want to try to reach out to him and do a quick interview with them to talk about that match.
Yeah.
But he was saying, the crowd was into it, but it wasn't as much hooting and hollering because they were intensely watching the match.
Okay.
And I think that is a rare thing for us wrestling fans to actually be like, oh, we were entertained.
Yes.
Like, it wasn't like, because we look at wrestling like a sporting event.
Right.
So we want to... But he's like, no, they were just entertained and marveling at how, like, technical this match was. So I like it. It's like if we're watching a good TV show. We're not going to hoot and holler. We're going to just watch it and just be like, oh, that was good.
That's good.
And he was basically, that's the vibe I got from him, is that it was just a really good match. And they were just so. But I do love the fact that he goes, yeah, it's very hard to entertain Texans. So I thought the fact that he thought it was a good match, but that's great. Keeps up my record of every match that Bret Hart did was a 5-star. So we just got a fan to admit it to us. So shout out to him.
I didn't hear 5-star. He just said it was good.
Shout out to him. As always, now guys, thank you guys for watching Rasslin Review.
Yeah.
And we are going to have some more coming to you. We are going to have what we're going to call a dark match. Our dark match is going to be HBK versus Bret Hart, the ladder match that that Travis talked about. That preceded the HBK and Razor Ramon one.
Yep.
Now that match will only be for the people who join the circus. So if you subscribe and follow us, we will send that directly to you, that match directly to you when we record it. So if you wanted an incentive to why you want to join the circus, here's your big incentive. If you watch Wrestling Review and you like listening to us and watching these matches, we're going to review that match, which was technically a house show.
Yep.
So which would have been a dark match for them.
Yep.
We're going to do a dark match on it and send that out only for, again, our subscribers and followers. So again, please hit that subscribe button and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, all the DSPs. Share this out to some friends because wrestling fans, we know we run in packs.
Yep.
We're never solo. You got one wrestling fan, you probably got 2 or 3 other wrestling fans that you get together for all the pay-per-views or whatever. So share this with them. If you want to, we could do a watch party one day where we can actually sync up and get everybody on the network, start at the same time, where we could just do a live wrestling review for everybody. So if people are interested in that, let us know. We'll probably pick a date sometime, let's say February-ish, and so we can promote for it, and then we'll pick that date and do it, and hopefully you guys will be able to join us for that when we pick that date. So we're going to start putting things together here to be more interactive with everybody that's been watching it, because we've been getting good feedback on it, and
absolutely.
I want to do something with the fans, let them know that like we're just regular Joes like you guys. So if you want a guest on the show one week, let us know. We can figure out a way to make that happen, and we can do a wrestling review with you as well. So again, just thank you all for everything. This has just been great. We and Travis enjoy doing it.
We love it.
You had Travis writing notes for once, so That lets you know how serious he's taking it. We do other shows, and Travis like, I'll just show up. So he was like, let me at least get something down.
I show up for notes most times.
Okay. So this is us signing off. Travis the Beard, as always. I appreciate it. Please, again, check us out on all our socials. We talked about it. Join the circus. We appreciate it. We will see you all next time here at Rasslin Review.
Review.
Peace.